Madhura, welcome to Madhura's Desire. Guys, I'm really sorry. I have been missing since a long time and I'm not uploading the videos. But here I have come back and we will have a lot of new recipes. So keep tuning to my channel for seeing the new videos. Today we are going to make chocolate raspberry cake. And for the chocolate raspberry cake we are going to get fresh raspberry from the farm. So let's go and pick some fresh raspberry from the farm. So guys, as I said that we are going to pick up the fresh raspberry for our dessert. So I have chosen Downey's farm and I'm here with my family to pick up the fresh raspberry for our dessert. And this farm is very huge. They have a corn, they have an apple, they have a strawberry, raspberry, sunflower, pumpkins. So a lot of fun we are going to have it. So let's go inside the farm and let's see what we are having inside, and especially we are looking for raspberries. So follow me. So as I said that we are going to pick up some fresh raspberries from the farm. So guys, this is one of the beautiful farm which is called a Downey farm, and it's in an Ontario and Brampton city. So here I'm going to pick up lot of raspberry, and that raspberries we are going to use for our raspberry chocolate cake. So let me show you all the farm, how it looks like and how the raspberries are growing. So here I have come with my family to pick up the raspberry. So you can see the raspberry bushes. They have so beautifully grown. They have made up like how the grapes are growing in the vine. The same way they have planted them. It's a lovely bushes. You can see all of them. See here, you can see some raspberries are all the ripe raspberries. So we are going to pick all the raspberries from here for our dessert. So I'm picking the raspberries one by one from here. You can see them. It's really fun to pick the fresh raspberries. I'm enjoying picking up raspberries. See, I have my basket is not even half. So here we have also the corn, sweet corn farm, and you can see the tractor over here, and this side we have a raspberry farm. See, Father Ravi is here. Hi Father Ravi. He's also picking up raspberry with us. And now here we have sunflower farm. Isn't it so beautiful farm? So guys, we have picked up so much of raspberries. They are very sweet, very juicy and very fresh. So I can't wait to start building up my dessert. So let's go back to our kitchen and start making raspberry chocolate cake. Prior to making a mixture batter, we need to remember two important things. One is measure the ingredients, which I'm going to tell step by step while making the cake batter. And the second thing, we need to switch on our oven to preheat mode, and today we are going to use 350 Fahrenheit for baking our cake. And also we need to make ready the cake pan. So we are going to use 8-inch of cake pan, and I'm going to grease them with melted butter and dust with a flour. So after baking it will be easily come out from the pan. So grease it properly with the melted butter. dressed with the flour. So I'm using the same all-purpose flour and just give a shake. Just make it all over. And just tap it. So like this we will dress them. To make the cake, first we will take all the dry ingredients and we will sieve them. So 2 cups of cake flour, 3/4 cup of cocoa powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoon of baking soda. We'll sift them and we will keep aside. Now I'm adding 1 cup of butter, which is room temperature, and 1¼ cup of brown sugar, and with the hand mixture we will cream the butter and sugar properly. So every interval of time we need to scrape the sides, and now you can see the butter and sugar has become very nice, fluffy and creamy. Now at this stage we are going to add the egg one by one. So I have taken 4 large egg. From the 4 large egg I have separated 2 large eggs from the yolk and white. So I have been using the egg white in later on, but all total now we are adding up over here 2 large egg and 2 yolk. So one by one I'm going to add the egg mixture to the butter and sugar mix. Now we are going to add 3/4 cup of sour cream, which is at room temperature, and we will gently mix it. Sour cream is mixed already. Adding up 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste, I have taken 1 cup of milk. Now we will add flour and milk alternatively to the batter. Try to do at 4 steps, so divide your flour accordingly. At 4 steps we can mix the batter. So you can see the batter is very much ready, but we have to add egg white mixture to it. So we have separated 2 egg white, so which the 2 egg yolk we have used already. In this egg white we are going to add 1/2 cup of sugar, which is granulated white sugar, and we will make a soft peak and we will fold it to the mixture. 2 separated egg white, I will just beat it little bit. Now I will add slowly half cup of granulated white sugar, and we will whip it till softy. You can see our meringue mixture is ready. It's just a soft pink. Now we are going to fold it to our chocolate cake mixture. So I will just take half of mixture. And gently fold it. Now I will add remaining meringue mixture to the cake batter. Scrape it down properly. And again fold it gently. Cake batter is ready. We will divide into two 8-inch pan which we have already prepared. Now I will divide this cake batter to both of the 8-inch pan equally. You can use the weighing scale as well, and spread it with a spatula evenly. And scrape it down some of the excess. And with the help of small palette knife, you can just make even to them. And just give a nice gentle tap. So all the air bubbles will release. Both the cake pans are ready with the batter. Now I'm going to put it in oven which is 350 Fahrenheit. I will bake till 25 to 30 minutes. So in between we need to check as well. The meantime, when the cake is getting baked, now we are going to make a raspberry sauce which we are going to add it in a cake. So you remember that we have picked the fresh raspberry from the farm. So from here I will be taking 500 grams of raspberry and we are going to make the sauce. 500 gram of raspberry, I'm adding half cup of water into it, and along with that I'm adding a half cup of granulated sugar. Give a gentle mix to it. And let it cook for at least 5 to 6 minutes and keep stirring. Do not cook on a high flame. So you can see here we are almost cooked for 7 minutes. It might take a little bit longer as well. So it's already cooked properly. All this raspberry have mashed up. Now we are going to strain and pass through the sieve so we can take it off all the seeds from here. So now I'm transferring to the sieve and we will strain out all the seeds from the sauce. You can see. So with the spatula, just give a gentle mix to it and it will come down with the sieve, and just take out the underneath from the strainer all the pulps. We will just try to take it out maximum pulp. Yes, there will be bit of seeds, that is okay, but you can see here this is plenty of seeds over here. So we will just try to avoid putting the seeds. So after scraping down, this much of seed is left over. This one we can discard. So after straining back, we are going to put it back at the same container and we will thicken the sauce. So now the sauce is boiling. Now we we are going to thicken the sauce. So I have taken 3 teaspoons of cornstarch and I'm adding up 2 tablespoons of water. Just make a nice cornstarch slurry, and we will just add it as it required. So now the sauce is boiling, so I'm going to add 1/3 of that and just give a quick mix. We'll check the consistency of the thickness of the sauce. I'm going to add another little bit. Add a little more. Same. My sauce is almost thickened, you can see. So when it gets cooled down, it will be more thickened. So basically we are making this sauce to spread on our cake. So mainly the sauce will be like it, not exactly so much of pouring consistency, but it will be like a moreover like a coulis. It will be spread on the cake. So this is the right consistency, you can see. At this point I'm going to take it out from the flame. So you can see here I have transferred the sauce, or you can say the coulis or spread, into a small bowl. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of raspberry vodka. This is an optional. If you don't like to add any liquor or alcohol, it's up to you. It's an optional. If you add it, it gives a good flavor to it. So I'm adding 2 tablespoons of vodka. You can add also the liquor to it. Just give a quick mix to it, and I will keep it aside and let it cool down prior to spreading on the cake. So I have used a Smirnoff raspberry vodka. You can use any raspberry liquor as well. Our cakes are ready. I've taken out from the oven. You can see here they're very much sponge back. Okay, now after 10 minutes we are just going to unmold them and rest them on the wire rack. So now we are going to make the frosting. So here I have taken 350 ml of 35% cream. We'll just simmer the cream, we will not boil it. And I have taken bulk chocolate, which is 55%, and I'm going to add it 50 grams of butter into it. See here, I have added 50 grams of butter, and once the cream is started simmering, we are going to pour the cream on the top of the chocolate, and we will let the chocolate get immersed into the cream for 5 minutes. Then we are going to mix it with the whisk. So you can see the cream is almost simmered. Now we are going to add on top of the chocolate, and we will just let it sit for 5 minutes. So after 10 minutes I've taken out the cake and let the cake sit on the wire mesh and let it cool down prior to make the sandwich. It's been already 5 minutes. Just give a gentle mix to it. So you can see the chocolate is and cream is all mixing together and coming up with the beautiful frosting. see our frosting is ready. Here again I'm adding, is again optional, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of vodka, which is raspberry vodka. Is again optional. If you like to add it, you can add it, otherwise it's still okay. And mix well. And now we will keep it aside and let it cool down. It still is hot. Now it's time to assemble the cake. So our ganache is very much ready, raspberry sauce is ready, cake is ready. So we are going to use our spatula and offset spatula, and also we will be having a piping bags where I am going to fill it up, one of them with the ganache and one of with the raspberry sauce. So let's start slicing the cake. So I'm just using the bread knife and I'm just slicing them on the center to make it 2 half. So we will do both the cake the same way. So like this, and just we will keep it aside. So here I'm just using my wooden board. You can use also the cake board. So I have placed the first layer on the bottom. Now I have filled up the raspberry sauce, and now we are going to pipe it on top of the cake. And with the offset spatula, I'm going to just spread it properly and evenly. Now on the top of the sauce, I'm piping the ganache, and I will place the top layer on the top of the cake. The procedure we will do on the second layer of cake. We'll just spread our raspberry sauce, spread it with the offset spatula, and then we'll go with the ganache, and then we'll cover with another layer. On the third layer also we will going to repeat the same procedure, and we are covered with the top last layer. Okay, now I'm just keeping for 5 minutes in a fridge to let the ganache and sauce set together, and then we will do the outer side of icing. Now we are going to cover the cake with the same ganache. So I'm going to start from the side, piping up the ganache, and then top also. Now with the offset spatula, I'm just trying to give a quick smoothing to the cake. I'm not going to do too much of smoothing to the cake. I just wanted to have like a rough icing look. Now with the big spatula, all the sides. Just wanted to give a little rustic look to the cake. As you can see here, our cake is completely covered with the ganache. So you can see it's completely rustic look. You can just slightly smoothen up from on the side. Basically, if you wanted to use spatula and cake scraper properly, you can do it if you like to have a smooth look. but I just wanted to give this cake as a rustic look. I have saved some raspberries, so we are going to just put it on top of the cake and we will decorate all over the cake this way. So like this I have arranged all the raspberry all over the cake. I wanted to dust with the icing sugar on top of the raspberry. So this is how our chocolate raspberry cake looks like. Please do make and follow this recipe and enjoy on your celebrations. See you soon. Till then, eat healthy and stay healthy.